Imagine, if you will, a Southeast Asian destination where you can live like a king for just $11 a day. This is a land locked away by mountains and cradled by the mighty Mekong River, where, honestly, time itself seems to slow its relentless march. Laos is a realm of emerald green rice paddies, ancient temples that whisper tales of forgotten dynasties, and a people whose gentle spirit is reflected in the tranquil waters that surround them. Here, the rhythm of life isn't dictated by the frantic pace of the modern world, but by the rising and setting of the sun, the turning of the seasons, and the quiet hum of enduring tradition. In this secluded corner of the world, nature has been allowed to flourish in its most magnificent and unspoiled form. Vast karst landscapes rise like silent sleeping giants from the plains, their limestone faces veiled in mist. Hidden within this dramatic topography lies a secret archipelago, an unexpected scattering of over 4,000 islands, each a miniature world of its own, born from the lifeblood of the Mekong. This is not merely a place to visit, but a world to be absorbed, a sensory experience that awakens a profound connection to the earth and the quiet, powerful forces that shape it. My journey here with you is to peel back the layers of this enchanting land. We will venture beyond the well-trodden paths to uncover the secrets that lie hidden in plain sight, in the serene smile of its people, the strange and beautiful rituals that bind their communities, and the profound wisdom woven into their way of life. We will explore the delicate balance between humanity and nature, a harmony that has been cultivated here for centuries, offering a glimpse into a world that many believed had vanished forever. To speak of living like royalty for a mere handful of dollars is to speak of a different kind of wealth. Here in the southernmost reaches of Laos, the great Mekong River, having journeyed thousands of kilometers from the Tibetan plateau, splays out in a final majestic gesture before crossing into Cambodia. It creates a vast, watery labyrinth known as Si Phan Don, or the 4,000 Islands. This is not a kingdom of gold and jewels, but one of serenity, where the currency is time, and the riches are found in the profound, unbroken peace. Life on these islands is a delicate, unhurried dance with the river. The days are measured not by clocks, but by the casting and gathering of fishing nets, the gentle tending of vegetable gardens along the fertile banks, and the slow, rhythmic pounding of rice. There are no grand highways here, only dusty paths that meander through coconut groves and sleepy villages. The loudest sounds are often the laughter of children, the lowing of cattle, and the perpetual, soothing murmur of the water as it flows around the land. This archipelago is a world in miniature, teeming with life, both human and wild. Each island possesses its own unique character. Some are large enough to support small farming communities, their stilt houses clustered together like watchful herons. Others are little more than sandy banks, temporary perches for migratory birds, which appear and disappear with the river's seasonal ebb and flow. It is a dynamic, ever-changing landscape, sculpted by the patient, powerful hand of the water. To be here is to feel as if you have slipped through a crack in time. The pressures of the outside world seem to dissolve in the humid air. The simple act of watching a fisherman mend his net becomes a meditative experience. The vibrant green of the rice paddies, set against the deep blue of the sky and the earthy brown of the river, is a palette of pure, unadulterated nature. This profound tranquility is the true luxury of Laos, an experience far more valuable than any material possession. The islands are also a sanctuary for some of the Mekong's most elusive inhabitants. In the deep pools around the largest waterfalls, a small, precious population of Irrawaddy dolphins still survives. These gentle, intelligent creatures are a poignant symbol of the region's pristine nature, a living testament to a world that exists in fragile harmony. Seeing them arc gracefully through the water is a reminder of the wild, untamed spirit that still endures in this remarkable place. This slow pace of life nurtures unique traditions that have been passed down through countless generations. The islanders' connection to the river is not just practical, it is spiritual. They understand its moods, respect its power, and live in accordance with its rhythms. Their folklore is filled with tales of river spirits and mythical serpents, stories that reinforce a deep-seated reverence for the natural world that sustains them. This is not a life of opulence, but of deep, abiding contentment. And so, for a few dollars, one can rent a simple bungalow overlooking the water, where the only appointment on the calendar is the sunset. One can spend the days exploring hidden waterfalls, cycling through quiet villages, or simply lying in a hammock, lulled by the symphony of the river. This is the essence of the Laotian kingdom, the freedom to disconnect, to breathe deeply, and to rediscover a sense of peace that has become the rarest of treasures in our modern age. The true allure of Laos, the secret to its captivating beauty, is not found solely in its landscapes, but in the spirit of its people, and particularly its women. To observe a Laotian woman is to witness a study in grace and resilience. Their beauty is not one of artifice, but of a natural, understated elegance. It is seen in their radiant smiles, their dark, expressive eyes, and the quiet confidence with which they move through the world. Their demeanor is a reflection of the land itself, gentle, serene, and possessed of a deep inner strength. In a culture that values harmony and avoids confrontation, they are masters of subtle communication and quiet diplomacy. This gentleness, however, should not be mistaken for fragility. Laotian women are the backbone of the family and the community, their resilience forged over generations of hardship and perseverance. They are the keepers of the hearth and the heart of the home. Family is the gravitational center of Laotian life, and women are the sun around which this universe revolves. Their values are rooted in a profound sense of duty and devotion to their kin. From a young age, they are taught the importance of respect for elders, care for the young, and the intricate web of responsibilities that bind a family together. This devotion extends beyond the immediate household, creating tight-knit communities where neighbors support one another as if they were family. But their role extends far beyond the domestic sphere. In the bustling morning markets, it is the women you see as the primary drivers of commerce. They are shrewd entrepreneurs, their stalls overflowing with fresh produce, fragrant herbs, and intricate hand-woven textiles. With a quiet efficiency, they negotiate prices, manage their finances, and provide for their families. They are both nurturers and providers, their hands equally skilled at preparing a family meal and running a successful business. They are also the nation's most important cultural ambassadors. The art of weaving, a tradition passed down from mother to daughter, is a vibrant and living language. Each intricate pattern and motif tells a story, representing a specific region, a particular ethnic group, or a tale from ancient folklore. When a woman dons her traditional sin, the elegant tube-like skirt, she is not just wearing a piece of clothing. She's wearing her identity, her history, and her heritage. This blend of tradition and modernity is a defining characteristic. While they are guardians of ancient customs, They are also looking towards the future, embracing education and new opportunities. They navigate the complexities of a changing world with a remarkable adaptability, always finding ways to integrate new ideas without sacrificing the core values that define their culture. Their strength lies in this delicate, masterful balance. And in this deeply spiritual land, even the path to marriage is intertwined with ancient custom. While it is the men who traditionally enter monastic life for a time, the women support them on this spiritual journey. They prepare daily offerings of food for the monks and participate in temple ceremonies, their actions reinforcing the community's collective faith. This shared spiritual foundation creates a powerful bond, a mutual understanding of life's deeper purpose that strengthens the family unit for the years to come. To journey through Laos is to enter a society governed by a complex and subtle set of unspoken rules. These are not laws written in books, but codes of conduct woven into the very fabric of the culture, all stemming from a profound emphasis on respect, harmony, and spiritual belief. Understanding these nuances is key to appreciating the quiet dignity that defines Laotian life. Here, what is left unsaid is often more important than what is spoken. The body itself is a vessel of spiritual significance with a clear hierarchy. The head is considered the most sacred part, the seat of the soul and intelligence. To touch someone's head, even a child's, is a deep sign of disrespect. It is an invasion of their most personal and spiritual space. This belief extends to how one moves through a room. One must never step over someone who is sitting or lying down, as this would mean passing your lower body over their sacred head. Conversely, the feet are considered the lowest and most impure part of the body. One must never point their feet at another person, and especially not at a religious icon or a monk. When sitting on the floor, the feet should be tucked away discreetly to the side or behind. This simple act of awareness shows a deep understanding and respect for the local culture. It is a silent language of deference that is immediately recognized and appreciated. The concept of privacy also takes a unique form, particularly in rural villages. A bamboo pole or a branch placed across the entrance to a house or a path is not a casual obstruction. It is a clear and important signal that the family is observing a private ceremony, perhaps for a birth, a death, or a healing ritual. It is a sign that they should not be disturbed. To ignore this signal is to intrude upon a sacred and intimate moment, a serious breach of village etiquette. Interaction with monks, who are deeply revered figures in society, is governed by its own strict set of protocols. Women, in particular, must never touch a monk or hand anything directly to him. If an offering is to be made, it should be placed on a surface for the monk to pick up or pass through a male intermediary. When speaking to a monk, one should keep their head lower than his and maintain a respectful, subdued demeanor. These rules are not about inequality, but about preserving the monk's vows of celibacy and spiritual purity. Public life is characterized by a remarkable sense of reserve. Public displays of affection are rare and generally frowned upon. Arguments and loud confrontations are almost unheard of. The Lao people place a high value on muan, a concept that encompasses fun, contentment, and a feeling of collective harmony. Anything that disrupts this communal sense of well-being is to be avoided. Disagreements are handled with discretion and a desire to find a peaceful resolution that allows everyone to save face. This intricate dance of social etiquette creates a society that moves with a quiet, graceful rhythm. It is a world where discretion is valued above outspokenness, and respect is the cornerstone of all interactions. For the outsider, it can seem enigmatic at first, a world of hidden meanings and subtle gestures. But for those who take the time to observe and understand, it reveals a way of being that is deeply considerate, peaceful, and profoundly human. In the life of a Lao man, there is a pivotal chapter that shapes his character, his understanding of the world, and his readiness for family life. It is a deeply ingrained tradition for many young men, before they consider marriage, to temporarily renounce the secular world and enter the monastery. This is not merely a custom, it is a profound rite of passage, a spiritual crucible that forges boys into men. This period of monastic life, which can last from a few weeks to several months or even years, is seen as an invaluable education. It is an opportunity to accumulate spiritual merit, not only for oneself, but crucially for one's family, particularly one's mother. By donning the saffron robes and adhering to the strict discipline of monastic life, a son offers his parents the highest possible honor, a gift of immense spiritual value that is believed to bring blessings upon the entire family. The daily routine within the monastery walls is a lesson in mindfulness and self-discipline. Life begins before dawn with the sound of a gong calling the monks to prayer and meditation. Then comes the silent single-file procession through the village for the morning alms round. This daily act of receiving food from the community is a powerful lesson in humility and interdependence, a reminder that even the spiritually elevated depend on the generosity of others. The days are filled with the study of Buddhist teachings, the Pali scriptures, and the intricate codes of conduct that govern a monk's life. They learn to detach from worldly desires, to cultivate compassion, and to find peace in simplicity. The material world is stripped away. They own little more than their robes, an alms bowl, and a few basic necessities. This austerity is designed to turn the focus inward to the cultivation of the mind and spirit. This journey is also essential preparation for the responsibilities of marriage and fatherhood. By living a life of discipline and contemplation, a young man is believed to develop the maturity, patience, and emotional control necessary to be a good husband and father. He learns to put the needs of others before his own, a value that is central to the Laotian family structure. The community sees a man who has completed his time as a monk as being more reliable, more respectable, and more prepared for adult life. Even in modern Laos, where the pressures of the globalized world are increasingly felt, this tradition remains remarkably resilient. While not every man undertakes this journey, it is still a widely respected path. Families encourage it, and communities celebrate the return of a son from the monastery. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith and tradition in a rapidly changing society. When a man eventually leaves the monastery and re-enters secular life, he does not simply forget the lessons he has learned. The experience leaves an indelible mark on his character. He carries with him a deeper understanding of his culture's spiritual foundations, a greater sense of personal responsibility, and a quiet inner calm. He is ready to build a family, not just as a provider, but as a spiritual and moral guide, his path to manhood sanctified by the saffron robe. In the heart of Laotian spiritual life lies a ritual of extraordinary beauty and profound significance, the Bachi ceremony. This ancient practice, which predates the arrival of Buddhism in the region, is not a religious rite in the typical sense, but an animist tradition aimed at restoring the harmony of the soul. It is a strange and captivating ritual, a sacred thread that connects individuals to their community, their ancestors, and the very essence of their being. The core of the Bachi ceremony is the belief that each human is inhabited by 32 protective spirits, known as Kwan. These spirits act as guardians, each one overseeing a different part of the body or aspect of life. However, traumatic events, illness, or even major life changes can cause some of these spirits to wander away, leaving the individual spiritually unbalanced, vulnerable to misfortune and ill health. The purpose of the bachi is to call these wandering spirits back home. The ceremony is performed at all of life's significant junctures: a birth, a marriage, a departure on a long journey, a recovery from sickness, or to welcome an honored guest. It is a way for the community to rally around an individual, to offer their collective goodwill and fortify their spirit. The centerpiece of the ritual is the Pha Kwan, an elaborate cone-shaped floral arrangement painstakingly crafted from banana leaves and adorned with marigolds, frangipani, and other symbolic offerings. A respected elder, often a former monk, presides over the ceremony, his voice a low melodic chant that resonates with ancient power. He calls out to the wandering spirits, beckoning them from the fields and forests, the rivers and mountains, to return to the body they protect. He invokes the blessings of ancestors and deities, weaving a protective web of sacred words around the person being honored. The air becomes thick with reverence, the scent of flowers, and the soft glow of candlelight. The most intimate and powerful moment of the bachi comes after the chanting. White cotton threads are tied around the wrists of the honoree by everyone present. As each person ties a thread, they offer a personal blessing, a quiet prayer for health, happiness, and prosperity. It is a deeply moving and personal exchange, a tangible symbol of the community's love and support. The wrist, once bare, becomes adorned with a thick bracelet of white strings, each one a wish for well-being. These strings are not to be cut. They must be worn for at least 3 days, and preferably until they fall off on their own, allowing the blessings to be fully absorbed and the soul to be securely anchored. To see someone with wrists covered in white threads is to see someone who is cherished by their community, their spirit freshly fortified and whole. It is a visible sign of the invisible bonds that hold Laotian society together. The bachi ceremony is more than just a ritual. It is a living expression of the Laotian worldview. It speaks to a deep connection between the physical and spiritual realms, a belief that well-being is a delicate balance that must be actively nurtured. It is a beautiful, strange, and powerful affirmation of life, community, and the enduring strength of the human soul. A practice that continues to bind the Lao people together in a tapestry of shared faith and mutual care. Our journey through this quiet kingdom reveals a truth that is both simple and profound. The immense wealth of Laos is not measured in currency, but in its deep reserves of peace, its rich cultural tapestry, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. It is a place where the modern world has not yet erased the wisdom of the ancient one, where the rhythms of nature and the bonds of community still form the bedrock of existence. From the gentle flow of the Mekong to the sacred chant of a bachi ceremony, every element of life here is part of a delicate, harmonious whole. To walk among the temples and villages of Laos is to be reminded of what we stand to lose in our relentless pursuit of progress. It is a living library of traditions, a sanctuary for a more mindful and connected way of being. The quiet dignity of its people, their resilience, and their unwavering commitment to family and faith offer a powerful counter-narrative to the hurried, fragmented nature of modern life. This land doesn't shout for attention, it whispers, inviting those who are willing to listen to discover its deep and lasting secrets. In a rapidly changing world, Laos remains a rare haven of tranquility, tradition, and natural beauty. If you want to discover more secrets of this hidden gem, let us know in the comments below.